A few weeks ago, we posted an update on what is called Potte for Liefde, loosely translated Pots of Love. This is about a local feeding scheme which Sophie Hendriks is involved in. Currently, what is needed by the feeding scheme is especially vegetables and soup mixes. Financial contributions can be made into the Tools for Life bank account, of which the details will be in the description below. The reference needed there is Food Project. Food contributions can be dropped off at the Dutchiform Church office on Tuesday mornings or at any other time at Kekkel and Kraai in the main street of Villiersdorp. I will also place Sophie's email address in the description below if you want to ask her any questions. Last week I had a Zoom chat with Sophie, which will come up right now. Okay. So hi there. Today I'm speaking to Sophie Hendriks. Sophie is involved in the community in numerous places. The first being Potte for Liefde, which loosely translated is pots full of love. And then also Tuine for Liefde, gardens filled with love, and flourish. I will get to each one of those. So Sophie, let me start with your Potte for Liefde. Is a feeding scheme.
Okay.
It started just after lockdown was announced toward the end of March. I'm right when I say that.
Yes.
So right, let's get some numbers from you. How many people are you feeding at each meal?
It's about we feed about 1,000 to 1,050 people per day at all the different points.
Okay, so per day, and how many days in the week?
We give food 3 days a week, so it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay, then you also mentioned at the different points. How many feeding points do you have?
We have 10 feeding points, and also 13 cooks. So it's 11 ladies and 2 guys that cook for us.
Okay, they cook, and then at the 10 points, the people come and they fetch food. Now, let me ask you, of the 1,000 or just over 1,000 people that you feed each of these days, how many of that would be children?
Because the children really they are double the double, or sometimes it feel like triple. So I think it's about 700 children. It's more children actually than adults.
Okay, so because of the children that are, so I understand they're not back at school yet. So normally at school, many of them would receive food. Now there's a replacement of that. And then in terms of many people have been able to go back to work, theoretically, those that have jobs. So the environment in which you work, would those predominantly then be unemployed people, the adults I'm referring to?
Yeah, it's adults, and then it's also how can I say adults, and what's the word now? Pensioners.
Okay.
That form part of the adult group.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's yeah.
Okay, which is about 300 people, but the rest being children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So massive amount of children. So that's your feeding scheme. I'm going to get back to it just now. Let's just move to the gardens, the Tuine for Liefde, gardens full of love. So there's an organization that's helping you with that. What's the name of the organization?
They are the Cape Winelands Biosphere Reserve. They are the organization that help us.
Okay, and they also help in the provision of the food that you cook 3 times a week.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They
Oh,
also provide. They every second week they give ingredients to for us to use at Potte for Liefde.
okay. So let me ask you about the gardens. So someone from the Cape Winelands biosphere comes and trains
Mm,
people to make their own
yes,
gardens. Okay,
yes, yes. Yeah.
so are you still busy with the first group of trainees?
Yes, yes. We start the gardens. We are four that start the gardens, and it's the ladies who cook for Ed Potter for Lifter. So we start with three of the cooks, and then myself, and then next week we going to include six more families or six more people, and then because of lockdown and still we need to how can I say, still keep the lockdown rules and safety rules in place. We just want to have the gardens do it with, then it's 10 families. So in a month's time, the idea is then that the 10 families each reach one person or one other family. Then it will be, it's now four, then it will be 10. They 10 will then reach out to another, each to another family. Then we will have 20 gardens. We want to keep it first small, but then that it will expand and more families are involved. In that, just for that to um, have that food security, because I don't want people to just stand and wait for handouts, and one family can each reach a family and share the veggies and also sell it. And then also, I mean, we as Potter for Liefde will also benefit from the gardens at the end.
So let me make sure I understand you correctly. So you've got the first group that's being trained, and then the
Yeah.
next group, the 10 you talk about, will they then be trained by the people from the first group?
No,
Oh, okay.
Biosphere Cape Winelands, they will give continuous support.
Okay.
They will come with the training. They supply the veggie, the seedlings, and they will continue support us just so that we can be established. And I believe later on we will be like mentors to other families and
Okay.
train other families.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Now let me move to Flourish. Now, Flourish,
Yeah.
Sophie, you've been busy with that for a while, and before lockdown, you met with pregnant mothers to help
Yes.
them and the children in the first 1,000 days of their lives, starting at conception and going to 2 years.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, you
Yeah,
had to stop that because of the lockdown, but now
yeah.
you're working in a different way. Tell us what's going on with Flourish at the moment.
Okay, so I've been for the last 3 weeks, I've received training so we can still maintain support the pregnant moms and moms with young babies through the crucial first 1,000 days of a baby's life. So from next week on, I will host my florist classes virtually. But florists, they allocate the moms to me. So moms all over the country, they apply, or they how can I say, um, register to attend these virtual classes, and so florists will, yeah, will give moms to me. So which I will then be mentor and offer support. Uh, yeah, through the virtual classes.
Wow. So, in other words, through working virtually, Flourish can now flourish again. Uh,
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay,
It yes, that's right. Yes.
okay. Excellent. That is really exciting. Now, so you're involved in a lot of things, and you also have a family. So that must be tough on you during this time. Are you coping with all of it?
I think my family, because my family is very much involved, and they know their mother's heart and passion, and so and also it's important for me to spend time with them. So thanks to Cornelia, who is who give, like, before lockdown we have workshops with Cornelia on how to manage your time. So I really need to be disciplined and um, do time management just to make sure that there's a balance, because I mean, in the end, family first, and then I can go out to the community.
Wow, okay, so I'm glad you're applying the time management skills that you learned. Tell me, Sophie, why are you involved in these projects?
I think was when I first would like to go to Flourish as a early childhood development practitioner and a great art teacher. I saw that when a child, I thought I will equip and help a child to be the best when he go to primary school or study school education. So then I realized after teaching for 3 years, it's basically too late. When the child come to grade R, the damage are already done. So I wanted to reach that child while the mom is still pregnant, to make sure that that baby have that baby reaches or have her full potential in life, and not to only survive inside or outside the womb, but just to thrive and to flourish and to do well in school one day. And so that we will have healthy communities, we will have a healthy nation. So that's my passion for when it comes to flourish, to because that first 1,000 days is actually the most crucial part in a child's life. Um, and at Sikunye, where I also have my training in how to reach out during lockdown, Sikunye says, if you change the beginning of the story, you can change the whole story. So that's my passion when it comes to flourish. Potte for Liefde, it was really painful to see how children knock on your door during lockdown. I was actually concerned about their safety, and then because they walk around without mask, and then but I also see the need that there is such a huge need. People just children was just going hungry. So that's why I start Portfolio with the help and support of the community, friends, family, shop owners, farmers, and ladies that support me. I'm not name anybody. I'm too scared I left somebody's name out. They know who they are. And then when it comes to the food gardens, I just have something against handouts. People just standing to wait and receive. We want to break that cycle. In Afrikaans, there's they name it like backhand effect. I don't know how you put it in English, but just to receive. And with the gardens, you will how can I say, to make sure they will be. I can give a mom a bread. Tomorrow she will be hungry again. But if she plants something, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, she will have food to eat. And as a florist host, um, research have shown if a mom, when she's pregnant and she don't eat enough, she don't get enough nutrition, and the baby is born, baby don't get enough nutrition, it causes a condition called stunting, which means the baby's brain and physical development is affected in a negative way. So the idea with the food gardens is to, like I said, first families. I have a little garden, but I love spending time with my family. And so then families have food, but they also have that responsibility. Take responsibility. I don't have to at work now, but I have a food garden in through which I can feed my family. So that is just my passion, to have like a community that with the gardens, that we have food. The children won't go hungry. And yeah, that's my heart for Villiersdorp and the families and the babies, the moms, families. Yeah, and also, like I said, the main reason behind it all is the garden will bring, I believe they will bring families together. That was a mouthful, sorry.
Okay, so for Villiersdorp, with all its unemployment and poverty, there certainly is a lot of scope for doing these community projects. So it's incredible that you have that passion. But then tell me, lastly, Sophie, the the other reason, as a Christian, what do you
Mm.
want to achieve with these projects?
What was a great encouragement for me during this time? It's second it's a Corinthians, yeah. 2 Corinthians, second Current 1 verse 3 and 4, which say that um God, in times of affliction of in times of trouble, then God is a comfort for me. And through this, I pray, I hope and pray that through Flourish, through Potte for Liefde, through Gardens of Love, um, I will be me and everybody who is supporting me, that we will be a encouragement for those who who are just facing a lot of hardships. So I just want people not seeing Sophie that is so, they're doing this wonderful work. No, I just want people to look past Sophie and see the goodness and grace of the Lord in all this project, and just know that God is loving, faithful, and also that He wants families. He wants babies, moms, but He wants families to know Him as their Lord and Savior. And I think these three projects is a good tool for me to to live out Christ, and just to be servant in a difficult world.
Mm, Okay. Thank you for that, Sophie. So I'm going, after this discussion with you, I'm going to end the recording, and I will add then a few photographs that Sophie's given me, which I'll add to the video. But then before we close, if you'll allow me, Sophie, can I
Yes,
just pray for you? So let's
yes,
just close
please.
our eyes and
Yeah,
let us pray. So, Lord, thank you for
yes, Lord.
Sophie and what she's been doing in the community. And we live in a time of lockdown and COVID 19, and where we have to be creative in new tools to live for you in this world. And thank you for the tools that Sophie has found to do this. And I pray that you would help us as your children, as we live in during this time of this pandemic, to really be creative and search for ways to effectively minister for you and also uplift our communities. Pray for Villiersdorp community, where Sophie is doing all this work, Lord, that you would use what she's doing as your tools, that the upliftment that Sophie desires would happen, that you would work in people's lives to take responsibility for themselves as this, especially the food, the garden project grows in our community. Thank you that we can pray this in your name alone. Amen.
Amen. Thank you,
So
Peter.
thank you. So we'll talk again. I'm going to end off and we'll chat later. Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.